Welcome back to Chen Design. One of the YouTube subscribers, he sent me a message on the Facebook. Wanted to know how to model those wood carving leaf. So this is what we are going to look into it today. Are you ready? Let's get started. Today's tutorial, we are going to get close to what in the picture. We are not intended to model the whole things. Let's start model from the scratch. We are going to bring up a sphere and roughly in whatever size that it's going to be. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna make the sphere a little bit shallower for whatever the ending is going to be. And we will simply just draw a box on the top view and use the boolean difference the sphere out of the box. Now let's lock this box because we are not gonna use it for anything yet, but let's take a look on this pedal right here. I'm bringing the design, move it from the center, type it 0 so I can have something close to the center, and I'm going to rotate it a little bit to have it the point face down. So something like that allow us to trace. Just gonna draw a line, snapping into the center and put it longer so I know where that center is because we're going to mirror that. What I always like to do is trace to the inside of the center so that way I can boolean and without having a gap there. So we're gonna do something like this. Coming out here, and I'm going to fast forward this so you don't have to watch me to do the whole tracing. Once we have done that, we want to mirror to the other side. Make sure you snapping into the endpoint over there. Okay, and then we're also gonna draw a ball for the center. This is a wood carving piece, so it may not be exactly symmetrical, but we're just gonna use as a reference. So we are going to extrude it this outside first. Let's go ahead and extrude it straight. Doesn't need to be too high as long as they have intersection. Okay, and then we are going to use the command is boolean intersect, and then we want to intersect this one out of that one. So let's delete this one and take a look on this one so that we get the first one like that. Okay, I'm going to make a copy. The second one, we're going to use a smaller one, and let's go ahead to extrude it one more time with the smaller one. Let's extrude it straight, and again we want to make sure it's intersect by moving down a little bit. Okay, and the second one we're going to do is boolean split. Again, this one will be split out of this one. All right, so let's delete this one and delete the one is outer one, and so we have this smaller leaf that's moving up a little bit. So now if you take a look on the render view, you're going to see that two leaf is there, is follow the curve that we have, but it's a little bit stiff, so we need to do a little bit change there. Let me go ahead to lock the small one, and then so we are going to work on the big one first. The command we are going to use is cage edit. So we want to pick up the bounding box. Align to the wall is fine. And how many do we need? We don't know, but I'm going to give you the try. X for 6, and then Y for 10, and Z keep it for 4. So now we have all those points right there. For easy to select, I'm going to use the wireframe, and let's take a look on this. Whenever you have a small leaf there, it's need to kind of cave in a little bit. So I'm going to pick up those, and looking at the side view, we are going to use the scale 1D to scale it. That way we will keep the bottom not moving. So we're gonna scale it down a little bit. So that way if we take a look at a render view, so that way it's feel like it's like a small leaf is sink into it. Okay, and that is that. Then we might need to take care of some of the tip. If we take a look on the wireframe and we want to select those tip there or close to where the tip or close to where the edge there. So let's select the same dot on the other side. All right, so let's select those two as well. Okay, and we want to move it down, and instead of moving down, we want a 1D scale one more time. Make sure that we are not moving down lower than the bottom. Okay, so you kind of play with it, and eventually that you will get the shape that you like. So you might need to play around to see what exactly it's gonna fitting into your design. And the top part is close to inside of that ball. So that one definitely I need to scale it down and scale it down a lot more like this. And you can keep your cage edit box there as long as you turn on the control point, all the point will be back, right? If you delete it, then you need to do it one more time. All right, so let's unlock this one, and this time let's locking the outside one. All right, the more you play with it, you are going to have a better idea, but I'm going to stop it right here. At the end, I'm going to also draw a straight line. Ideally, you want to have it at the center, but I want to, since try to mimic the wood carving, the human being may not make it perfect. So let's project this one to this small surface. Okay, and then you see it wrapping around because the line is over. So that's exploded, and we want to delete the one that we don't need it. All right, so now we have something like this. We can go ahead to pipe this one. One's a little bit bigger from the inside to the outside, so this tip we can get it slightly smaller, and then you'll get something like that. Okay, so that is something close to what we want today. You can, if that is something that you like, you can go ahead to delete this box and the box over there, and let's go ahead to boolean the leaf. Use the rotate copy equal yes. Let's rotate it 3 more times. And we want to call out the original round surface. So you can do the same thing to fill up the design in the center. I hope you enjoy. Please like and comment and share my video. And don't forget to click that little bell next to the subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you next.